All right, welcome everyone to this Thursday night edition of Southern Woods Waters. I had to think there for a minute, but we hope you're having a great evening out there, and we're going to be talking fishing tonight. And one of my all-time favorites that I like to do, even as a little boy, this is what my grandfather started me out on, and that was catfishing. It is that time of year when a lot of people go out there and they just enjoy doing a little catfishing. You know, yeah, the weather's hot, but you know, take you a cooler full of ice water and some hot dogs and buns, and build you a little fire down there and roast you some hot dogs and on the bank and catch some catfish. That's what it's all about. We used to sit on the banks and catch them all the time. But with me tonight, I have two local fishermen that, I kid you not, every time I call on these guys, they always produce. They're great friends of mine, and one of them even thinks I'm his stepdad. So let's broaden out and introduce. We have Dayton and Jimbo Blair with us tonight. Dayton Blair, Jimbo Blair. How are you guys doing?
All right.
We're the Blues Brothers tonight.
All right. That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. These two are avid fishermen. And if you didn't know Poppy Blair, their dad, it's your loss. I'm sorry you didn't know him, because he was a walking encyclopedia on fishing.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
I meant, the man, that's all he did. I meant, now I know he had jobs, but I meant,
well, he was
loved the fishing.
He was around before they made the lakes. You know, he was, you know, fished the real river, the real creek. You know.
And he fished with some greats, Porter Wagner, Jerry Reed, Tony Bean, and all those. He taught them all where to go and where to fish and how to fish it. And you know, they still have those spots. They're still there.
Yeah, nobody fishes.
And nobody fishes them.
You know, back in them days, there wasn't a lot of boats on the water then.
No,
it was peaceful and quiet, not many lights.
But what I want to say is about Poppy is, it didn't matter if it was bass fishing, crappie fishing, sauger fishing, walleye, catfish. He knew where to go.
That's it.
And could catch them.
And could catch them,
yes,
brother.
Sir.
Guarantee it.
Just give him a mission.
He was going.
And he was gone.
And he was going.
And he took you two boys with him everywhere he went.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And so y'all have been from Alabama, Mississippi, all the way up to, from Florida all the way up to
Virginia.
Kentucky and Virginia, fishing.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Just fishing.
Just fishing.
Fishing.
And
Go to Kentucky, well, just like we was talking earlier, load up everything, load up Daddy's old V-hull with old 15-horse Johnson or 10-horse and go up Cumberland River and get on one of them islands that had the gravel bar, and that's where we'd camp out at, somewhere right there below Cordell Dam. Then we'd go to Priest, and then a little bit further down on Old Hickory.
Do people still do that? I mean, do people still go out and camp and all that on these islands?
Heck, dude, yes. Yeah.
I see them every now and then, but you know, mainly around July 4th, you'll see a bunch of them camping out. But after that, it kind of just goes downhill.
You got your diehards now that really enjoy the lake and take care of the trash and everything.
And you know, when I was growing up, we didn't use a tent. We just slept out under the
ground.
Stars, on the ground.
Yep. Dew set on you and you'd be wet when you woke up.
Yeah, you'd be soaking wet when you woke up.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Yeah.
And we didn't think about everything like.
Well, here's what we talked about. Something else. You know, me and Jimbo and Daddy go up Center Hill. I'd fall asleep, and Daddy'd throw a rain jacket over me so I wouldn't get wet. But you didn't have anybody texting. There wasn't nobody to call.
No.
Nobody's going to call you to tell you he fell and broke his leg or the tractor flipped over on you. There wasn't none of that. You just had to wait till you got home.
That's right.
I mean, it's so much different.
It is a lot
and a lot more dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, times change.
Times change.
But the main thing, it's still enjoyable today as it was back then.
Jimbo, that was a lot of fun. When you were growing up, did you ever think, you know, do you look back on it and go, how did I survive? Or do you look back on it and go, man, those were the days?
Those were the days. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, it was nothing like.
Days.
I remember going out on sandbars and seining for red horse shiners at night. We put a Coleman lantern out on the sandbar and go around. It was my job to go out, Granddad was stand on with his feet dry on the sandbar and hold the pole.
Yeah.
But I was just swimming out there and brought it around.
Yeah.
And then we'd load up bucketfuls of those red horse shiners, and that's what we used for catfish bait.
That's it.
We'd go set trot lines, and we'd have, you know,
Limb lines and all.
limb lines. We'd have 6 or 7 trot lines and limb lines everywhere, and catch a truckload of
That'd be an
catfish.
excellent thing to do Saturdays, go to Priest, set limb lines out while the water's up.
That's a good point. That's
Up
a
in
good
the river
point.
and everywhere.
But one of the funniest things we used to do with Poppy Hugh is up in Suggs Creek when the white suckers and the red suckers used to come up and show.
Yeah.
Poppy would take us and we'd get us some old cane poles and he'd make some old cane poles and would have snatch hooks on them. We'd find a tree limb and sit out over the creek. Sit out over the creek with that snatch hook. Them suckers come up there and catch them, snatch them, and just
Well,
a
now we
bite.
used a frog gig.
Well,
Right.
That's what we
did
did.
some too.
Now you call a white sucker, right?
Yeah, just
All right,
no-
we called them white suckers, but we called the other one,
Naughty
the
heads.
camoed one.
Naughty head.
You called them naughty. We called them bumpy suckers.
Right.
And some of them
And
call them
we
hog
giggle.
suckers.
Yeah, hog
And all
suckers.
you do is scale them and
Yeah.
cut the head off and cut them up and pressure cook them. It's just like salmon patties.
It sure
Just
is.
like
It's
salmon
awesome.
patty.
It's best. And a lot of people don't know it's that easy to do.
And it's really, really good.
I mean, and it's
It's
healthy
good.
for you.
Yeah, it's really-
it's not bad
No,
for
Man,
you.
we used to get some nice bumpy suckers.
Yes,
And that's what we'd eat, and those white suckers were good.
it was fun.
But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take you catfishing. We're going to try and mainly talk about catfishing because it is the time. I promise you, it's the time to get out there. They've probably already laid most of their eggs. So they're going to be hungry now. And the trick I'm going to tell you, to me, I like the night fishing this time of year. I like night fishing. Joy now likes the daytime bouncing on the bottom, and so do you, Jimbo.
Right.
I think Dayton and I are about the same. We like chasing jugs.
Well, yeah, and you're saying if they're biting, and they are biting, because
They're
me
biting.
and Jimbo's been fishing Old Hickory in the bass tournaments.
Yeah.
And I've been coating my bait with some good stuff, and you flip over there, and every tournament you'll catch a 10 or 14 pound flathead.
Oh, yeah.
And just the other day, we was over there fishing. Jimbo throwed a spinnerbait up by the weed bed, and he said, "Bubba, I got him. It's a big one." Yeah, it's a big one, all right, a 6 pound channel.
Channel come out with about
So what
a foot
people
deep.
got to realize is a catfish ain't just a bottom feeder. He's an
No.
aggressive. He'll
Yeah.
chase bluegill and shad just like bass will.
Well, we used to catch them on, you remember the old H&H's? H&H spinnerbaits?
Yeah.
We used to catch them on those old yellow with the black head H&H's.
Yeah.
Just slow rolling them in the river channel.
But
Then knock the far out
but
of it.
they will chase a bluegill and
Oh,
a
yeah.
minnow just like a bass or any other fish
And they're
will.
fast.
Yeah.
Don't think they're not fast. And those big ones are fast.
But them
People
big
don't-
ones, them big ones are fun to catch on a jug, though, aren't they?
When they try to get your hand on it, just goes out of sight.
Well, that's what our show's about tonight. We're going to help you get out there and have a good time, whether you're on the bank fishing, whether you're in a kayak or a bass boat or a pontoon or whatever the case may be. If it floats, you can get out there and have a good time. We're going to talk to you in depth about jug fishing. We're going to talk to you in depth about rod and reel fishing. Matter of fact, Cabela's just had the big world fishing, catfishing last weekend. So we're going to be hitting on those subjects to help you out here all during this show. But first, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get in depth on what about Tennessee catfishing. Hurry back to more Southern Woods and Waters.